In this video, I'm going to go over the short that I took this morning, how I framed up the trade, and we'll go from there and what my main targets were. So my name is Jack with Avoda Trading. If you like this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get right into this. So in pre-market, my analysis was we're in the chop zone, rebounds later, leaning bullish. I'm bearish only if we use London low as resistance. London low and the BISI are key with the 65, 61, 83 GIP level. For longs, I'm going to find support around the 53 level on the 2187 PO3. So my indicator here says we're in the rebalance later. I needed to see there's London low right there. This is the BISI on London low. And I wanted to see this broken through, used as resistance to go down lower to take out. This is my final target around the 24,840-ish range right there. Well, actually, this is my initial target, just this fill of this BISI. That was my, so 24,960, somewhere around there. So that was my pre-market analysis. Right here, I have this marked up. Turn this bullish. All right, so that's right. Currently, it's bullish, and on the lower PO3 time frame, this is a 243 PO3. We're in the at a GIP level down up here. I wanted to see price displace lower, and like I said, use this as resistance. And then my target was right here. This was that BISI 24,984. So that was my target. And if we go to the 1 minute, let's play it out and see what happened. As the market opened here, let's go to 9:30. For the first couple minutes, I typically just stay out, but even though they had all the signatures that, well, let's go to the 15 seconds. So I can see my SMTs. And so on, so there, boom. So market opens up, we dump, we have a 90-minute SMT, we have a 22-minute SMT, indicating lower prices. Plus, we've got accumulation, manipulation with this quarter, and then I'm expecting this quarter to distribute. Within that quarter, this is the 90-minute quarter. Within that are the micro quarters, which are the 22.5-minute quarters. And within that, this is TMSO, True Market Session Open right here. We wick above there. We wick into this GIP level on the 243 PO3 number. We wick, there's so many components. This is also kind of in line with New York Open, True New York Open. Wick above there. We displace lower through this flow gate, and these SMDs happen. So right about here is when I think I get in a trade roughly around this area, kind of chasing this long. Chasing the short. Let's go here. I think I'll wait for a retrace till we get up here. Let me see what happens. Actually, let me look at my execution. It was, okay, so it was right about, I sold 2 at 25.13, roughly around there. So, okay, so I waited a little bit longer for it to break below this. Let's get a little bit faster. So another nano SMT right there. The dotted line for me is the nano SMT. So that's indicating just bearish prices. And these are fake SMTs. The bullish SMTs are fake. They're going to get faded. And so right about, let's see here. Where did I execute? First execution was at 25,112. So now that I saw that we were breaking through this flow gate, and we're using, I think I was also looking at the 3-minute, and if we had bodies closing below, and then 9-minute, and if we had a body close below this this BISI, then it would invert it. So that's what I was looking at. Whoops, let's go back to the 1 minute. We obviously did close below it, and that I think I entered roughly around here. So 110, yeah, roughly around this area. and that was my first entry with a couple contracts. A better entry would have been up here for the retrace, and then aiming for my first target was going to be this 20, the 17 GIP level on the 243 PO3. That was my first target, and then my final target was going to be this. Let me turn off the quarters so doesn't get confusing there. Okay, and then once we retraced up here, I saw this big BISI. I could have gotten scared away, but I was pretty confident with this GB time node right here that that was going to be protected high. Plus, we created an SMT with right here. That would have been the better entry once we confirmed this SMT right here. Double SMT, that would have been the better entry. So I got another contract right there at 145-ish, roughly around there. And then I just waited it out and waited for, I sat through this chop, and then first TP, right, what, like I said, was at the skip level. And we just chopped around, we hit it. So, let's go back a little bit. So at this point, I took a couple off. Seeing these SMTs, I was like, okay, maybe we're going to retrace a little bit. Took a couple off, and I think once I saw this double SMT, and we just wicked this GIP level, we didn't really close below. I took my runner off. In addition, my son woke up, and it was typically I'm only on for like the first 30, 45 minutes of open. And by that time, I'm done with the charts, and I just have family time. So I could have held the runner to aim for my target, which of course we eventually did hit with a super choppy price action, but I didn't. But that was my objective for this morning session, and that's how I framed up this trade using the lower time frame PO3s and then the higher time frame PO3s, specifically the GIP levels, and seeing how price reacts. And so now, especially since my point of interest, this BISI is now inverted, I knew that any retrace that went into there was going to be used as resistance, in line with everything else. London low right here, these flow gates, and then boom, then we're going to displace lower, and then create a new range. Let's see, let's keep on going. When did we hit it? Let's go a little faster. And we probably hit in the next macro, probably around 11 o'clock. I'm guessing 10:50. Probably gonna hit at 11, and then boom, there it is. So let's see, what time did we hit that exactly? Right, 10:55. So anyway, so that's how I framed up the trade. Again, all those confluences of this being a manipulation quarter, looking down here at the quarterly theory indicator, and then this quarter being the distribution quarter, and then this was actually continuation. So this was X, or sorry, yeah, X. No, this would be AMDX. So it would be, let me turn on the quarters again. So we're looking at A, M, and then looking at distribution. And then the X in this case was continuation. I think we did reverse actually. So it could be a continuation or reversal. I would consider it continuation because we continue to take out let me turn off this larger one here, and we continue to take out, as you can see that a little bit clearer. There we go. So accumulation, really shallow range. Manipulation came up, SMT created, distribution lower. But I was really waiting for the confirmation of this particular range because of that GIP level, and then see if continuation target was hit, and then I believe we reversed right there. So anyways, that was the thesis and trade of the day. I just took 50 handles and called it a day. Only the 3 contracts because felt like I was shorting in discount. I didn't want to go heavier like with like 5 or 6 contracts. I just did 3 micros. Just keep risk conservative and yeah, got what I wanted to go for. 350 handles and called it a day. So I'll be back in PM trading power hour. So if you guys want to join me then, I'll stream live and that's it for now. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We will see you next time. God bless. Peace.